Hey guys, what's happening? So I know it's been a while. I've been missing on the page for quite a few weeks now. I think it's like 2 weeks or something. I've been really busy. University's been crazy. Had a few tests, haven't really had time to record or edit, So I'm refreshed though, got a few new ideas for the page, which I'll tell you about at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. But for now, let's talk about our preseason. I was very impressed with the preseason. So let's get into the certain aspects that I'd like just to share with you guys. So before the season started, Rodgers chose his squad to go on tour for the Asia and Australia tour, So basically what happened was he left out some big players, He left out Perini, he left out Enrique, he left out Mario Balotelli, Those are three big players who I thought should have gone on tour, because surely if they don't leave, then they're going to be involved in the mix, trying to gain a place to start. Unless he feels that they're definitely going, then maybe that was the only other option. But I mean, Lambert was there as well, and he's definitely off as well. So I didn't really see his logic there. If I was thinking as Brendan, I would have thought that Balotelli would go on tour and not Lambert, because Lambert's leaving. So that was quite confusing. Also, he chose a lot of youngsters. I mean, like we had Cleary there, we had Pedro Chivarella, we had Ryan Kent, we had who else did we have there? We had Ojo, we had can't remember all of them, but we brought along with us a lot of young squad players, a few of whom won't even come close to the first team this season. Then in terms of our actual games, I was very impressed with Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez seems to have come out of nowhere. I think Rodgers was deciding between him or Ilori going out on loan, and in the end he's come out and said that Joe Gomez is definitely not going alone. So pretty much Joe Gomez has taken the opportunity by the scruff of the neck and won the hearts of the Liverpool fans at the moment. I know on Twitter and social media I've seen that all the fans are talking and bigging up Joe Gomez. I mean, it's actually a big statement from him that he was able to deliver so quickly. He just turned 18, so for him to have that much composure, that much coolness and calmness on the ball, I thought was very mature for his age as well. I was very impressed with the way that he was able to deal with dangerous situations. He had a few cool turns out in the corner when he was with two attackers. He found his way out of trouble somehow, Won his headers, he's very quick with his pace. So even if he gets beaten, he still has that pace to recover, to get back into the position to somehow try to stop the cross or stop a goal, So I was quite impressed with him. Another aspect I was impressed with was the way that Henderson and Milner linked up together in the midfield. I was quite skeptical when Milner came that he wouldn't really fit into the central midfield role. But the way that him and Henderson have conducted themselves in the midfield, interchanging, the short, precise 1-2s, I've been very impressed with that. So I think he's got a big future for us this season in the midfield role. I think it'll be Milner, Henderson, and Chan in the defensive midfield position come the first game versus Stoke. That's what I feel. I thought also Milner showed a lot of leadership and a lot of leadership qualities, when he was on the field. I saw often he was speaking to Jordan Ibe, and he was trying to dictate play and saying, guys, move here, move there. I just was really impressed with that aspect as well. There has been talk that he might be our vice captain now. He just came, but I think with that leadership and that experience, I think it could help the youngsters bed in and show them the way to win, if that makes sense, because he has that winning mentality. Then another aspect I was also a little bit worried about was the way that Divock Origi played. I mean, yes, he's only 20 or 21 now, but I was a little bit disappointed. I thought after that good World Cup he had in 2014 that he'd be a lot more developed. He's very raw, and every time he got the ball he seemed to lose it. He didn't really seem to know where he was aiming to take the play. Once he got the ball, he tried to hold it up but then he lost it. Tried to make a pass, then he lost it. Tried to flick the ball on, he misplaced the header. So certain things like that he just needs to improve. I don't see how he is going to start any time this season. Even in Europa League, I don't see how he's going to start. If Mario Balotelli still stays there and Danny Ings is firing on all fronts, I don't see how it's possible how he'll start. My personal opinion from that now, which means I think he could be going out on loan. I think come January he'll be going out on loan after Rodgers sees that he's not really ready for the big time just yet. Okay, hopefully I'm proved wrong and he bangs in them goals, but I just don't see it at the moment. One thing I did gather from the preseason though is the way that we have been defending. We are absolutely shit at defending. Nothing has changed. Okay, I don't know what he sees in Lovren. For me, it's all mental. Being a professional soccer player, for me, obviously I'm not. I think it's all about your mental strength and your mental ability to stay composed, to stay 24/7 in the game and trying to read the opposition, where the player's making a run, where that next ball is going to come from. You know, I don't think he's 24/7 switched on. I don't think he's able to anticipate a lot of the runs and the danger areas. So I don't see how he'll even be starting the season unless Rodgers really is blind. So come first game of the season, I would assume that it'd be Skirtle and Sacco. Coming from the right hand side, Klein was very solid. No real danger came from his side. I thought him and Ebe worked together really well. They kind of like complemented each other. So when like Ebe went forward, often enough Klein would make that further run forward and have a 2-on-1 man overlap. And then like even defensively, they were double team. Klein would shift a little bit over more towards the edge of the box, and like Ebe would take up sort of a right wing back position, which I was like quite impressed with as well. But coming down the left hand side again, that's always our problem area. Okay, when Joe Gomez played left back, there were no problems. Once Moreno came, there were more problems, and because of Lovren. So you know, like our defense, it needs to be working in unison. Right now we've got like a few good parts here and there, but if they're not all working in a solid system or a very fluid system, then we're in trouble, because you can't defend on yourself. That makes sense. You can't defend by yourself. You defend as a unit, okay? So if your midfields aren't tracking back as well, it leaves that gap in the midfield there for the attacking midfielder to exploit and spray the passes, find that pass through the defense. Then it's basically 4-on-3, okay? And you would favour the attacking team. So we need to try find that right balance between attack and defence as well. I don't think Lucas is the right man to play holding midfield. I found in pre-season even that his legs are just not there. You know, he tries his best to get into those positions, but he's just not quick enough to cover when he assesses the danger. Sorry, he's very good at assessing the danger, but it's another story trying to get there. Okay, I didn't think he was ready for that. When Joe Allen played in the deeper lying midfield, I found we were a lot more rigid in the midfield. We were a lot more in unison. So that's one of the only worries. We need to sort out our defense big time. The only thing is then maybe we have to outscore teams like in 2013 and win like 6-3 or like 4-2 or 4-3 or something like that. Try outscore teams. Then finally, the last talking point is obviously Christian Benteke. I don't even know where to start. He's come to Liverpool with a very big fee. And I don't hold any grudges towards Villa, because we did the exact same thing with Sterling. They wanted their price, they got it. We wanted our price for Sterling, we got it, you know. So we can't really like be too upset like the way that they handled the negotiations, because we would have done the exact same. My only worry though is £32.5 million. Is he actually going to start when Sturridge is fit? I don't know. I don't know how those two can work together. I don't see how a big target man could work with Sturridge, to be honest. Benteke has always thrived when he's been played by himself. He thrives as well off crosses, off balls to his chest, and playing off him, you know. Not to say he's bad with his feet, but to say that he's a lot more threatening when the ball's in the air, okay? Rodgers did say now though that he wouldn't have to change his system with Benteke, and he said that Benteke is the type of striker that he loves to have. Big, strong, physical, quick, agile, making runs. But I don't see what Rodgers is seeing. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I just don't see how his style is going to fit into our play without trying to adapt our style even in the slightest. So we need to try to work on that final pass, delivering enough service to Benteke that he can thrive off it and score goals and kind of repay back his price tag. My personal feeling though from pre-season is why Rodgers played Origi was to kind of get the squad into the way that Benteke plays. So we've kind of been grooming the squad to understanding that big target man style of play, if that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, also another thing I've noticed from preseason is the way that Sean O'Driscoll and Gary McAllister have kind of added their own ideas into our system. I found that we're a lot more fluid up front. I found that they all seem to have the same passing philosophy, the same attacking philosophy, high pressure once we're not in possession, etc. But they've all given their own ideas, which means Rodgers' own ideas are now integrated with Sean O'Driscoll's, with now Gary McAllister, okay, to create quite a hybrid, fluid dynamic system, machine even, okay, which I'm quite excited about. So basically for my page now, right, I'm trying to create something that's like new, that's vibrant, that's quite innovative, okay. So pretty much Redman TV have dominated the Liverpool discussion, interview analysis, pre-match analysis sort of vibe, okay, for a while. And I don't feel that there's any competition out there at the moment for them. So what I want to try to create is a bit of competition, pretty much. I know they're a lot bigger than me. They're pretty much Goliath. I'm a little ant at the moment. But you know, you can only dream. You know, you can only try and create something. I'm gonna give it my best shot, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. You know, so I'll give it my best shot. I've changed my name as well from the Liverpool Bible YouTube to now the Cop King, or just the Cop King. I mean, the Cop King or just Cop King. I'm trying to think about it. So which one's better, the Cop King or just Cop King? I don't know. Let me know below. Yeah, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna cut this one short. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So if you guys haven't already heard, I'll be doing web chats probably once a week. Okay. So if you guys follow the Liverpool Bible on Instagram, or you want to follow LFC_edit on Instagram, then go do so now. All my social links will be in the description. So if you want to be like interacting with me on a weekly basis, not even about Liverpool, it can be about anything. We just literally like to talk shit and, you know, just interact with each other. So what we came up with though is that all like you guys are going to be called my teacoppers. Pretty much what happened was someone said to me something about a teapot, like that teapot moment or something. And since then it's pretty much just caught on, okay? So pretty much this is the teapot moment. You guys are my teacoppers. This is our national sign of the teacoppers. We are the teacop team. Teacop team. We're the teapot team. We're the teapot team. So the triple T's. So the triple T's, okay? We're the triple T's. What was I saying again? I was trying to make that cool, but it didn't quite work out. The teapot team is out. Cheers, guys.
Are you with me?